What happens when we die? Is it the end of the self, or a transformation into something greater? For centuries, this question has fascinated mystics, scientists, and seekers alike. Is death the dissolution of consciousness, or does the soul, your essence, continue its journey? In today's exploration, we'll delve deep into the mysteries of what happens to your soul and energy when you die. Together, we'll examine ancient spiritual teachings, modern scientific insights, and the interconnected wisdom of life and death. This isn't just a journey into the unknown, it's an invitation to rethink how you live. Let's begin with a universal truth. Energy cannot be destroyed. Science tells us this through the law of conservation of energy. It only transforms. Now think about the human body. It's more than flesh and bone. It's a complex system of energy. Your thoughts, emotions, and even your consciousness are forms of energy. At the moment of death, this energy doesn't disappear. Ancient traditions suggest that it detaches from the physical form, embarking on a journey to realms beyond what we can see. But what does this look like? In many cultures, from Tibetan Buddhism to Indigenous beliefs, death is described as a passage, a crossing over. It's not an end, but a shift into a new state of being. Modern studies on near-death experiences offer glimpses of this process. People often report sensations of floating above their bodies, entering tunnels of light, or experiencing profound peace. Could these experiences hint at what happens when the soul transitions? To understand death, we must first understand the soul. Many traditions describe the soul as energy, distinct from the body but intimately connected during life. Tibetan Buddhism offers one of the most detailed maps of what happens to this energy after death. The Bardo Thodol, known as the Tibetan Book of the Dead, explains that the soul passes through 3 stages, or bardos: the Chikai Bardo, the moment of death; the Chonyad Bardo, a realm of visions and projections; the Sidpa Bardo, the cycle of rebirth. Each stage offers opportunities for liberation. For example, in the Chikai Bardo, the soul encounters the clear light, a radiant, infinite consciousness. Recognizing this light is the key to ultimate freedom. But for those unprepared, fear and attachment pull the soul toward familiar realms, leading to the next stages. Compare this to Hindu beliefs in reincarnation, or the Egyptian journey through the Duat, where the soul's actions in life determine its path in death. Across cultures, there's a recurring theme. Death is not the end, but a transition shaped by how we live. Science may not yet explain the soul, but it offers intriguing parallels to spiritual teachings. Let's talk about near-death experiences. These are moments when individuals clinically die but are later revived. Common themes emerge: feelings of leaving the body, entering light-filled spaces, and meeting loved ones. What's fascinating is the surge of brain activity scientists have recorded at the moment of death. In those final seconds, the brain shows a burst of energy, suggesting heightened awareness or a transition of consciousness. And here's something else. The heart generates its own electromagnetic field, measurable up to several feet outside the body. Could this energy persist even after the body stops functioning? These findings don't contradict spiritual beliefs. They complement them, offering a bridge between the physical and the metaphysical. Have you ever felt a tingling sensation in your hands during meditation, or noticed a sudden heaviness in the air when someone is deeply emotional? These sensations may be the energy body at work. Ancient traditions like Taoism and Hinduism describe the body as layered, with a physical form and subtle energy fields that extend beyond it. When the body dies, this energy detaches. Some describe it as a weightlifting or a floating sensation. This is why people often report feeling light and free in near-death experiences. The transition of the energy body is gentle yet profound. Imagine shedding a heavy cloak only to discover the wings you've always had. Here's a powerful idea. Death is not just a moment in time, it's a teacher, a mirror that reflects the truth of how we've lived. In indigenous cultures, death is celebrated as a return to the ancestors. In Mexican tradition, the Day of the Dead honors the continued presence of loved ones. These practices show that death is not separation, it's transformation. Even in everyday life, we experience little deaths. the end of a relationship, the loss of a dream, or even the changing of seasons. Each teaches us to let go, to trust that endings make way for beginnings. How would your life change if you embraced death not as something to fear, but as part of the cycle of growth? If death is a journey, how can we prepare? Many traditions emphasize mindfulness as the key. Practices like meditation, gratitude, and detachment train the mind to let go of fear and attachment. Consider this. When we die, what do we take with us? Not possessions, but the energy of our actions, intentions, and love. This is what shapes the soul's journey. Imagine living each day as if it were a step toward liberation, free from regret, full of peace. There's a paradox here. When we understand death, we understand life. Knowing that life is finite gives each moment urgency and meaning. It reminds us to focus on what truly matters: love, connection, and growth. Spiritual teacher Ram Dass once said, "When you die, there is only one question that matters. How much did you love?" Reflect on that for a moment. How would you answer? Death is not the end. It is a transformation, a doorway, and perhaps the ultimate adventure. So what do you believe happens when we die? Is it a journey, a return, or something beyond imagination? Share your thoughts in the comments. If this journey resonated with you, share it with someone who might find comfort or inspiration in these teachings.